Welcome back. The kitchen is often called the heart of the home, and designing or renovating one is a huge undertaking. It's exciting, but it's also where many people stumble. Today, we are diving into the most common mistakes folks make when planning their dream kitchen. Avoiding these pitfalls can save you time, money, and a whole lot of frustration down the road. Let's get started. One of the oldest rules in kitchen design is the work triangle, connecting your sink, refrigerator, and stove. The mistake is ignoring this fundamental concept entirely. A poorly planned triangle means you are walking miles just to prepare a simple meal. It creates bottlenecks and makes the kitchen inefficient and tiring to use. Plan your layout so these three key zones are relatively close but not cramped. Think about the natural flow of cooking, taking food from the fridge, washing it at the sink, and cooking it on the stove. You can never have too much storage in a kitchen, but the mistake is not planning for what you need to store and where. Just adding cabinets isn't enough. This leads to cluttered countertops, difficulty finding things, and wasted space. Pots, pans, small appliances, pantry items, they all need a logical home. Think vertically with tall pantries and stacked cabinets. Incorporate clever solutions like pull-out shelves, drawer organizers, and corner cabinet solutions. Map out where everything will go before you finalize the cabinet plan. Kitchens need layers of light, but a common mistake is relying on just one central fixture. This leaves shadows where you need light most, like over countertops. Poor lighting makes tasks like chopping dangerous and makes the kitchen feel dim and uninviting. It also hides the beauty of your design choices. Plan for ambient lighting for overall brightness, task lighting directly over work surfaces, under cabinet lights are key, and maybe accent lighting to highlight features. Dimmers are always a good idea. It's easy to fall in love with a trendy material or a stunning appliance, but choosing aesthetics over practicality is a major mistake. That beautiful countertop might stain easily, or that sleek faucet might be awkward to use. This results in a kitchen that looks great but is difficult to maintain or doesn't function well for your lifestyle. Durability and ease of cleaning are crucial in a high-traffic area like the kitchen. Research materials thoroughly. Consider how you actually use your kitchen. Choose finishes and fixtures that can stand up to daily wear and tear and are easy to wipe down. Appliances are major components with specific size, power, and ventilation requirements. A big mistake is leaving appliance decisions until the last minute. This can lead to costly changes in cabinetry, electrical wiring, or plumbing. You might find your dream fridge doesn't fit or your range needs a different type of hookup than planned. Select your major appliances early in the design process. Get their exact specifications and share them with your designer or contractor. This ensures everything is built to accommodate them perfectly. Proper ventilation is essential for removing smoke, grease, and odors, but it's often an afterthought. Installing an underpowered or incorrectly vented hood is a common error. Poor ventilation leaves your home smelling like your last meal, allows grease to build up on surfaces, and can even be a health hazard. It's not just about comfort, it's about air quality. Choose a range hood that is appropriately sized and powered for your cooktop. Ensure it's vented to the outside, not just recirculating air back into the room. Consult an HVAC professional if needed. Kitchen renovations almost always cost more and take longer than initially expected. A significant mistake is not creating a realistic budget and timeline from the start. This leads to stress, cutting corners on essential elements, or having to halt the project midway. Unexpected issues behind walls or underfloors are common in renovations. Get detailed quotes for everything: materials, labor, permits, and a contingency fund, ideally 15 to 20% for unforeseen problems. Add buffer time to your schedule. Be prepared for disruptions. In today's kitchen, we rely heavily on small appliances, chargers, and gadgets. A frequent mistake is not planning enough electrical outlets or putting them in inconvenient locations. This results in running extension cords across countertops, which is both unsightly and unsafe. You need power where you work. Think about where you'll use your coffee maker, toaster, mixer, and charge devices. Plan for outlets along backsplashes, inside pantries for charging stations, and maybe even with USB ports. Kitchens should be comfortable and accessible for everyone using them, but design often overlooks ergonomic principles like counter heights or reach ranges. This can make the kitchen uncomfortable or difficult for certain family members to use. Reaching high shelves or bending low into deep cabinets can be a strain. Consider the height of the primary users when planning counter heights and cabinet placement. Think about pull-out drawers instead of deep shelves. If accessibility is a concern, look into universal design principles. A simple but often overlooked mistake is not planning for adequate counter space next to key appliances like the refrigerator, oven, and microwave. Without a landing zone, you have nowhere to set down hot dishes, groceries, or ingredients right when you need to. It makes transferring items awkward and potentially hazardous. Ensure you have at least 15 to 18 inches of counter space on one or preferably both sides of your sink, cooktop, and oven. A counter near the fridge is also incredibly useful. Designing a kitchen is a complex puzzle with many pieces. By being aware of these common mistakes and planning carefully, you can create a beautiful, functional space that you'll love for years to come. Happy planning!